who it is. It's the Mad Lad, Mr. Bubbles in the flesh. And you know Mr. Bubbles is a part of the intro. You know a science hat is gonna pop on his head because that means some Madden science is about to occur. As today back, as the Madden scientist himself, we conduct an experiment. As we all know, Tua Tagovailoa, one of the most interesting draft prospects this past draft, drafted 5th overall by the Miami Dolphins, and today we're allowing for Madden 20 to predict Tua's entire career. Now we all know Madden's pretty freaking stupid, so take it with a grain of salt, but we're gonna see each and every year how Madden thinks Tua's gonna do. Is he gonna get injured a lot? Is he gonna stay with the Dolphins throughout his entire career? I'm just interested to see how good Tua's actually going to get throughout his career. We're going to see his stats each and every season, see how the Dolphins do each and every season, see if Tua can win some MVPs, see if he can win some Super Bowls. So I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. If you guys want to see another video like this with another player kind of predicting his career, let me know in the comment section below. With that said, short intro RBT over with. Let's get right into the goddamn thing. Oh yeah. I need to point this out there too. I'm using the Browns just so the Dolphins can completely control what they want to do. With Tua, I don't have any say whatsoever in who signs Tua, who releases Tua, who plays Tua, so that's why I'm the Browns and not the Dolphins, because I want the CPU to control everything when it comes to Tua. So off the bat, it's going to be interesting how the Dolphins play Tua his rookie season, because he comes in at a 75 overall, and I think that's pretty accurate, you know, in how Tua will actually be rated for Madden 21. He's 3 overall lower than Ryan Fitzpatrick, so I won't be surprised if Tua ends up taking over the starting job by the end of the year, but if not by the end of this year, he'll probably be the starter next year, much like it really might happen in real life. But looking at some of his statistics, I am interested to see. I think he does have star development, so we already know that. He has at least star or superstar X Factor or superstar, we'll have to see. But as we look at his ratings, 89 throw power, I think that should be a little bit higher. I think his deep accuracy should be the highest. His deep accuracy is ridiculous. Medium, short, not so much, but his deep accuracy is some of the best I've ever seen in my entire life. So I don't know why that's the lowest accuracy stat, but you see the rest. 85 throwing the run. His awareness is pretty low. Play action, 79. I think that should be a little bit higher as well. Break sacks 80, under pressure's 80. What's his speed? His speed's 84, excel 88, agility 86. I think that honestly probably should be a little bit lower. I just think his deep accuracy should be like his best accuracy stat, and his probably his play action should be his best secondary throwing stat. Now his injuries 86, which I would actually predict it to be more like lower 80, but I mean that's okay. That's understandable. That's not too far off what I think is going to be in Madden 21. So with that said, my dudes, time to go ahead and simulate to the end of the 2020 season and see if somehow, some way, Tua can get some playing time in his rookie season. Oh yeah, one little disclaimer, this is the most up-to-date roster out there, so the new signings and free agency, all the draft picks, everybody's on their team, how it's going to be in Madden 21. As with that said, we make the playoffs at 13-1, but how did the Dolphins do in Tua's rookie season? And it looks like they, didn't have that great of a year. It looks like they're going to go 4-10 in 2. A better record than the Patriots, Falcons, Cardinals, and Jags. Wow, the Patriots with like such a huge drop-off from last season. But at least the Dolphins won. Is that as many games they won last year? I don't know. We'll have to see if Tua even got to play it all. Now, importantly for this first season, I'm not going to go in depth with all the statistics every single year, so the video is not like a freaking movie. But this first season, for his rookie season, I will look at every single statistic possible. Let's see who won the MVP this year. Baker Mayfield won the MVP. No real shockers here in the top 10. Maybe Phillip Rivers on the Colts. Now let's check out these rookie of the years. Now keep in mind too, with this being Madden, the rookies from last year are going to come up in this list, but we'll just say whoever the real rookie is first on the top 10 will win the rookie of the year in our eyes. AFC offense rookie of the year goes to Joe Burrow actually. Justin Herbert in second. And it looks like there is no Tua in the top 10. Defensive rookie of the year in the AFC goes to Kenneth Murray, Willie Gay. We also have that's really it in the top 10 now. And the NFC Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to Chase Young. He's already up to an 83 overall. Isaiah Simmons at an 83 as well comes in second. Terrell Burgess, Xavier McKinney. So the top 4 are actual rookies. Then after that, we have, that's actually it. Now, last but not least, NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to go to, looks like Jason Huntley. Like, who are you? I don't know who that is. Anyways, that's CeeDee Lamb's up there as well, as is DeAndre Swift. Now, the moment of truth, let's see if Tua got any playing time whatsoever his rookie season. And not really, kind of what we expected. Ryan Fitzpatrick got most of the playing time, Tua with a little mop-up duty. But as we kind of expected, he wasn't going to start his first season. I would be very surprised if he didn't start in season number 2, which is where things are really going to get interesting. Technically, Super Bowl 55, the Seahawks and the Jets. Like, where did the Jets come from to have a good season? But is it going to be Russell Wilson or Sam Darnold hoisting that Lombardi trophy Is this video gonna get off to a crazy start? It does, god dang. This already discredits the entire video. The goddamn Jets win the Super Bowl. Season number 2 complete. Joe Burrow obviously getting off to a hot start in his career, going 12-4 with the Bengals. Dolphins have any improvement from last season, and it looks like heck no. A little bit, so a minute improvement. Now up to 6-10 on the year. Worst record in the league once again goes to the Patriots, tied with a bunch of teams. Them, Steelers, Panthers, and 49ers all having a really bad year. But how did Tua do? Did he actually even end up starting? Did he get traded? I don't know. We'll have to see. So MVP is going to go to Josh Allen. So that's a little interesting. So no Tua in the top 10. Now Miami Dolphins. Now, yes, he did take over the starting job in year number 2. So this is his first real season. So he's starting to learn the offense, starting to kind of get up to speed in the NFL. So an okay first year for him. 3,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, a 63% completion percentage. They have Matt Breida as their starting running back. Tua had 300 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns. The receivers, nothing. I mean, outside of Devontae Parker, it's about the same. It's pretty freaking crappy. So hopefully they'll give Tua a good receiver to throw to throughout his career. Now, what is his overall up to? Maybe an 80 up to this point. It's an 80, and he does have star development, which isn't too insane, but it's not shabby.
Wow.
What is happening? Like, what is actually going on? Why are the Jets in the Super Bowl for the second consecutive season? If the Jets start off this video winning back-to-back Super Bowls, I will show you my penis. And thank God I don't have to show you my penis.
Thank you, thank you.
Come on, Dolphins. I expect to see at least 8 wins into his 3rd season. At least my Titans are doing well at 12-4. Come on. Playoff berth potentially. The Patriots are finally rebounded and made the playoffs. And it looks like, okay, another very slight improvement, but improvement is improvement nonetheless. Up to 7-9 on the year, on par with both Joe Burrow and the Bengals and Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers. Now, come on to a top 10 finish. Ryan Tannehill, wow, he wins the MVP. Where did that come from? But it looks like Sam Darnold's up there at number 10, but no Tua. But I expect maybe 30 touchdowns this year. And keep in mind, too, this is his 3rd season, so the Dolphins can either pick up his rookie option or just release him. It's about the same, but it does look like I said, dudes, it's all up to Madden and the realism. It looks like Tua got hurt because this guy, Kerry Holloway, had a big play this season. He threw for 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but he is a 65 overall, so it really isn't like Tua has any danger of losing a starting job. But I mean, 2,600 yards, 23 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, not bad for when he did play. He's up to an 82 overall. He ended up tearing his quad. So it looks like they awarded Tua with a massive contract. So apparently the Dolphins were happy with his first 2 years of production, even though he did get injured in his 2nd full year as a starter. A 5-year deal, $105 million, almost $25 to $26 per year. So they're banking on Tua to be their starting quarterback of the future. And if you guys, a little spoiler, if you watched the Joe Burrow video, his first contract that he got after his rookie deal wasn't even nearly this big. So the Dolphins, even though he's only an 82 overall, are going all in on Tua. He's still young. He still has time to grow. He's only 24 years of age. Let's see if it pans out and Tua can actually lead them to a Super Bowl. So Tua's 3rd season as a starter, maybe finally a playoff berth. And yes, wow, tied for the best record in all of the NFL. So apparently that big contract paid off, like, no pun intended. Anyways, Seahawks, Dolphins, Bears, and Lions all at 12-4 on the year. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a Tua top 5 MVP finish. I also want to see if they added anybody else around him to see that huge surge in productivity. Wow, Jalen Hurts with the Bears, number 2 in the MVP race. So they signed him. He didn't play apparently with the Colts, but god dang, he's a 77 overall, so it looks like he's going to have a decent career. As let's see here, Tua does come in the top 10. Barely, but barely is just enough. 10th place in the top 10 of the MVP race, as we do see how well he did this season. 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. He stayed healthy. Wow, that's honestly one of the lowest interception tallies I've seen from a QB ever in a simulation, especially when they played all 16 games. Now, did they add anybody around him? They still have Matt Breida as their starting running back. Tua led the team tied with 5 rushing touchdowns. Now, catching the football, I mean, they haven't added anybody really either. Donovan Peoples-Jones, what even is his overall 78? He's the only receiver that they've added. So it looks like basically Tua is the one carrying this team to the promised land. Now, with that said, let's see, my dude, can Tua Tagovailoa bring the Miami Dolphins in his 3rd season as a starter to a Super Bowl? Please, no, it's the Colts and the Cowboys. And the Cowboys about to win their 2nd consecutive Super Bowl ring. I think Cowboys fans will be happy at this one. And they do, 35-17, but Cowboys fans, once again, keep in mind, this is freaking Madden we're talking about. 4th season from Tua as a starter. Can they finally get the best record overall? No, they don't. Cowboys 12-4, as it looks like the Dolphins, a huge drop-off. What happened? Bro, how did you go from 12-4 to 4-12? Okay, Tua must have got hurt. He must have got hurt. That's the only freaking, explanation. If not, I don't know what the heck happened. Madden's just a dumb game. Looks like, no. Tua, what happened? How did he have such a big drop-off? 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. They still have the same running back tandem. Catching the football, did they lose somebody? It looks like Donovan Peoples-Jones they lost, but, he's the only guy they lost. Is Devontae Parker still there? Why did they suck so bad? What happened this season? Come on, 16-0 Dolphins. I don't expect any less. Or, okay, it's Jalen freaking Hurts with the best record in the league with the Bears. But come on, Dolphins. Playoffs, I want to see a Super Bowl run. Apparently not. They go 8-8, so they're getting back to where they were. But come on, Dolphins. Spend money in free agency. Give Tua some good players to throw to. Josh Allen wins the MVP, but look at this, dude. Jalen Hurts, number 5. Tua, number 6. We haven't seen Joe Burrow at all. So at least that means Tua had another pretty good individual season. His team around him just freaking sucks. 39 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, so he's really good at not turning the ball over. 70% completions, pretty freaking good too, with 3,800 yards as well. How do you run the football? He had 3 touchdowns on the ground. And KJ Hamler, who are you? 84 overall, so they at least did add, and Justin Jefferson as well, who's an 85. So hey now, I think Tua in this offense might start to explode these next few years. Devontae Parker's an 85 too, but he's starting to regress because he's old. But, I mean, still, he's quality. Justin Jefferson and KJ Hamler. I mean, a good trio to throw to, and they might add somebody, draft somebody. So, I think the Dolphins, and you just take it with a grain of salt, but I do think the Dolphins are about to explode these next few years. Guys, it's a Jalen Hurts versus Cleveland Browns Super Bowl. Can Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl before? Oh, no. Wait. Hold on, they did win because I am the Browns in this save. We lost that game. That does mean Jalen Hurts and the Bears won the freaking Super Bowl. Hold on. Let me make sure because I kind of confused myself at this point as well. But yes, the Bears and Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts is the first QB out of that draft class with Tua, Justin Herbert, with Joe Burrow to win a Super Bowl. Mental scenes. This man, he's just a freaking winner. And this isn't the first video he's done it in either. No spoiler alert, the Joe Burrow video. God, Tua, what a guy. Are they going to blow up like I thought they would? And my Titans had a good year, but at least a playoff berth. Okay, I think they did the opposite. They went down a little bit. Come on, man. This is what happened in the Joe Burrow video. It's kind of going how I expected, man. They're just going up a little bit, having a good season here and there, going down a little bit. Come on, man. Full force ahead. Buy a 90+ overall receiver. Get a good defense or something. Come on. I want Tua to get a ring. Jalen Hurts again, man. He might have passed Tua at an 87 rated. No Tua in the top 10, but Jalen Hurts out of this video, man. What a career that man is having. Now look at the Dolphins. Come on, Tua. A decent season. 28 touchdowns, 12 picks. I think that's actually a career high amount of interceptions. 3,700 yards. He's up to an 88 overall, so he's still a little bit higher than Jalen Hurts. I'm just surprised he hasn't gone up to a superstar yet, but he still has about 4 more years of growth, so he might hit that 90 rating, maybe 91, 92. Wow, the Cowboys again. The Cowboys and the Browns. Let's see, how are the Browns making the Super Bowl that many times? We lose again. The Cowboys for what? That's their 2nd Super Bowl, maybe even 3rd of the video? End of the 2026 season. Come on, something good. A good record, at least playoffs, and it looks like no playoffs for Tua. Another average 7-9 season. Okay. I got confused for a second. I'm guessing that he got injured again. So this is the 2nd season that he's been out for the majority of the season. But before he got injured, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. What actually happened to him? So I'm guessing he's no longer injured, but an 88 overall, so he did actually get passed by Jalen Hurts. Who's this guy? Brett Renner. Can he take his job? No, he's only 70 overall. So he's not going to get his job taken, but his 2nd year that he didn't get to play a full season. End of the 2027 season. Come on, 16-0 Dolphins, so obviously no 16-0, but playoffs, 9-7, just shy. Come on, dude. He's gonna break out eventually. This team is gonna win a Super Bowl before his career's over with. I'm telling you. I know it right now. Josh Allen with like, what, his 17th freaking MVP win of the video. Jalen Hurts again, top 5. He comes in 4th. He's at a 90 overall now. Joe Burrow finally squeaking his way in there at number 10. Crazy. Joe Burrow is at an 86 overall, and Jalen Hurts is at a 90. But I mean, at this point, I wouldn't say Tua is a bust, nor Joe Burrow. They're having okay seasons. It's not like they're not starting anymore. They're okay, like not bad. But Tua looks like he got hurt a little bit more in this season. 3,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So he didn't play the full season. This guy had another little decent spell as the starter. Now, how's he doing running the football? Still getting 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. The receivers still Justin Jefferson, Caden Smith, Derek Langford. Who are you? An 85 overall with superstar development. So, like, he's okay. So, you have some pretty okay wide receivers. And this KJ Hamler guy still probably, like, yeah, he's an 86. They have, like, 3 wide receivers that are over, like, 85 overall. Now, unfortunately, I just saw, like, 3 of them are injured. But, like, they have good receivers. Like, I'm just telling you, eventually, when everybody's healthy, they're going to break out and make a Super Bowl run. Super Bowl 62. A cool little matchup here, though. Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson. First time we've seen them in a Super Bowl in their entire career. So, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, 2 very talented QBs who might be like in the mid-90 overalls at this point in their career. And Lamar Jackson and the Ravens get the dub. So it looks like the Dolphins signed Tua to another contract. Not as long as the last one, but more money. 4 years remaining on this contract, so I'm guessing it was a 5 or 4 year deal. It's averaging about $30 million per year, so Tua throughout his career has racked up quite a bit of cash. This is the year I can feel it. 2028's the Dolphins year. What did I tell you? 12-4 for the Miami Dolphins. Look at that offense. That had to be the best offense in the entire NFL, and it was by like 21 points scored. Even better than the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, even better than the Bears and Jalen Hurts, who at this point in this save is one of the premier quarterbacks in the league. But that makes me so happy, dudes, that finally they had a good season. Everybody had to stay healthy, right? Maybe Tua's first career MVP, no. Oh, beat out again by his old buddy. Jalen Hurts wins, but Tua, his highest finish yet, comes in second. He's about to be 30 years old. Look at that top 3. Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Lamar Jackson. What a face of the NFL if this actually comes into fruition in real life. But as we see that, Justin Herbert down the Vikings, finally we see his name for the first time. So his career looks like an absolute freaking stinker. But I am excited to see how his season went. 41 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, 4,657 yards. What a season for Tua Tagovailoa. Now, running the football, how did he do? He had only 1 touchdown on the ground. That's probably the reason he didn't beat Jalen Hurts. Now, catching the football, these guys finally had ball-out seasons. Moment of truth. Come on, Tua. T-pose for the Super Bowl appearance. Come on. Come on. No! It's Lamar Jackson again. But you know what? I'd be excited, to see Lamar Jackson win the Super Bowl twice in a row. Although the Vikings and Justin Herbert, I was just talking trash about him, but he might win a Super Bowl before both Tua and Joe Burrow. And it's going to be, come on, Lamar. Oh, wow, a blowout. Justin Herbert wins a Super Bowl before freaking Tua and Joe Burrow. Can we even see a better season than last year, 2029 season? And uh-oh, they had a dip. Come on, still make the playoffs. They did, barely, just barely, at 10-6 on the year. Squeaked their way in. And can they squeak their way to a Super Bowl appearance? Come on, Tua. I can feel it. I can feel it. An MVP? No. No MVP this season for Tua. He didn't even come in the top 10. There's Joe Burrow for what, maybe the 2nd time? But what happened to both Jalen Hurts and Tua? 1 and 2 last year in the MVP race, and this year it didn't even come in the top 10. Now Dolphins, Tua. I mean, that's understandable. Looks like he got hurt for a game or two. 3,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 picks. Nothing way too wild. Raheem Mays, who's their starting running back? He's an 87, so they finally got ourselves a good running back, who I just now have checked. Now, Derek Langford, Justin Jefferson, KJ Hamler, they're still there. So really quick, what's Tua's overall at? He's 31 years of age, and he only got up to an 88 overall. He did get superstar development, but I think he's about to start dipping in overall. He might just barely squeak at a 90, but I mean, I guess an 88 overall isn't really bad. I mean, that's not a bust of a 2nd pick, I don't think. That's not a bust of a 5th overall pick, I don't think. Come on, Dolphins, I believe. You might have squeaked your way in there, but that's all you know. It's the goddamn Browns and Cowboys again. I don't even care at this point. Is this like the 3rd time the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl? Probably. Wow, Browns finally get the dub. Well, we see right there the Dolphins made the playoffs in the 2030 season. They go 10-6. They have to get past us, though, which obviously I want to lose that game. But as you see, did go 10-6, did make the playoffs this year. I want to see one MVP from Tua. Come on, have a big season. No. Looks like Joe Burrow's up there at number 6. He's finally starting to go down in overall. He's at 85 now. But once again, no Jalen Hurts, no Tua in the MVP race. Have a good season, though? I mean, it's about average for his standard. I mean, it's still a good year, though. 3,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. I'm telling you, it's about to happen here. Dolphins, Super Bowl, first time in his career. God dang it, Lamar. God dang it, why? Oh no, he took a huge tank down to an 84 overall. This might be his last season as a starter. He might actually have 2 more seasons left as a starter, but I think this is probably going to be his final chance to make a Super Bowl run. Now I do want to check his contract. I think that he had to have signed a new one. It might be, a 1-year deal. Wow, $37 million? There's no way. That had to be, okay, so maybe this is the second year of a 2-year deal. That had to be the case. Had to be, right? No way they paid a 34-year-old $37 million. This might be make or break. Come on, big season. Uh-oh. Come on, playoff berth. No, 7-8-1. God dang, dude. He doesn't have what it takes to lead the team on his own anymore. Jalen Hurts still at a 90 overall, comes in 3rd place. Patrick Mahomes still at a 92. Wow. Even though I said that, he does come in 7th place of the MVP race. That's, I think, his 2nd highest finish. Lamar still at a 94. So he had to have had some type of crazy season, right, by himself. 4,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, 15 picks. How? I mean, how did he come in the top 10? I don't understand. He's had much better seasons than that. Look at Jerry Jeudy with 14 receiving touchdowns. Man, I think that's it. I think that's his last chance to win a Super Bowl. How many times is Lamar Jackson going to make it to the Super Bowl? I think he's only won 1, maybe 2. This would be Jalen Hurts' 2nd Super Bowl win as well. Now, this is the interesting one. Lamar Jackson versus Jalen Hurts in like 2032. And Jalen Hurts gets his 2nd Super Bowl ring over Lamar Jackson. Mental scenes. And that answer is the New York Giants. And boys, this is going to be his final chance. He's 79. He's probably going to regress down to like a 75, 74 after this year. And for sure, this guy, Carter O'Dowd, he's a 76 overall, more than likely will overtake Tua by the end of this season. So Tua, his last chance is as a member of the New York Giants. He spent most of his career, as you saw, as a Dolphin. I mean, had a pretty good career. Obviously, no Super Bowl rings, no MVPs, but I wouldn't say a bust by any means. Now, they have an okay running back who's a rookie, Lindsey June. The wide receiver core is a little lackluster, so I don't know if this team's going to have what it takes to actually make the playoffs. It all comes down to this, dudes. He might find a starting job next year, but more than likely, this is going to be his final chance at a ring. Come on, Tua, I believe in you. I want 1 ring, just 1. Come on, Giants, big record. Raiders up there. Giants somehow, someway find a way with that awful team that they had to make the playoffs at 10-6 on the year. So there's still a shot. There's still a shot that Tua Tagovailoa could end up with a Super Bowl ring. Now watch him as his worst overall in the entire video. Watch him actually have won the MVP this year. And he doesn't. It goes to Jalen Hurts again. He does come in 7th though, so still a very successful year. Now, let's see how he did. Watch him have his best actual statistics of the entire video up to this point. He's going to have only 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Now, running the football, the rookie running back had 10 touchdowns. Tua had 300, still as an old buck. And these receivers weren't good at all, really. It all came down to Tua. His overall might not be good, but he has the leadership of a veteran, has the leadership of a god, and that's going to lead him to his first Super Bowl appearance of his career. Come on. You can't. Come on, man. I think that does it. I highly doubt he's going to find another starting job after this season. The Panthers win, but dudes, I think that might have done it. We're going to check for sure, but I think that might have been to his last chance in last season as a starter. I hope not for the video's sake, but it's already probably at 30 minutes anyway. All right, let's see that Giants roster. Is he still going to be on the team? And no, I knew it. Carter O'Dowd is now the starter. Was the backup last year. Maybe he retired, for all I know. No, that's it, boys. That does it. Tua's now a backup for the first time in his career behind Joel Robbins. He's 74 overall. I mean, a valiant effort from Tua himself. Checking out his final statistics, it looks like his best season definitely came in 2028. A much better season than the rest of them combined. Never really had a bad year, but 41 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, almost 4,700 yards, 69% completion percentage. Easily the best year of his entire career. I think he had 1 year where he had 70% completion percentage, which is absolutely mental. Now, obviously, the undrafted part isn't correct, but he ends up his career with 3 Pro Bowl appearances. He led the league in pass rating 1 time, the 2028 Offensive Player of the Year, but yet he didn't win MVP, and 2028 Best Quarterback, yet still Jalen Hurts beat him out for that. Played for 15 years, so he might have had a few years where he didn't play the full season, but I guess 15 years in the league, I mean, you have to consider that pretty freaking durable. I mean, technically, he could still win a Super Bowl with the Steelers. I mean, he might not be the starter, but I'm highly expecting for him to retire after this season. He'll probably be a sub-70 overall player. Oh no, the Steelers went 6-7-3. That's unfortunate, isn't it? There it freaking is. Tua Tagovailoa retires after 17 years. What a career. No Super Bowl rings, no MVPs, which I think in terms of Tua's sake, probably a good thing, because this is Madden that did conduct today's experiment, which means it's probably going to be the opposite. He's probably going to win about 10 MVPs, 10 Super Bowls, because we just know Madden's stupid.